day three. Day three of the Pattern Makers 100-Day Challenge. And we are having an amazing time. Thank you for everyone who has been engaging in this challenge with us. And we are going to just continue to move forward. Day 3 and 97 to go. I'm excited. So I told you in the past couple of days that I would eventually tell you where Pattern Makers came from. Pattern Makers came from the fact that it was a part of my first passion. And it's amazing. It's an amazing feeling when you can identify a passion that you have about something, because it gets you super excited, totally engaged, and there is nothing else that you would rather be doing than that thing. For me, my first passion was uncovered when I was in my single digits. I must have been 8 or 9. And what I remember is always wanting to go to the fabric store. I had a passion for sewing. And there was nothing better than for my dad to drop me off at the fabric store, and I would just sit at the counter and just flip through books and books and books of different types of garments that I wanted to create. And more often than not, every time I would come home with a specific pattern of things, something I liked, I would always have to modify that pattern, modify it so it would fit me, because I'm a tall girl and I have like longer arms than the average person. So I would always have to cut something and modify it in order to fit me. And when I think about how I did that and everything that I have done throughout my life, it's always been around customizing or modifying something that will fit me, to make my life more efficient, so I feel comfortable in the space in which I am residing. So that's where the term Pattern Makers came from. So for me, if you're a purposepreneur, you believe in making patterns, designing things to not only fit your life, to make it more efficient, but helping others to be pattern makers also, in order to help them move through life more effortlessly. So that all starts with a person deciding to be certain things in their life. So that person has to decide to, one, think a certain way. They have to decide to be a certain person in order to have certain things. So when I think about, what that encompasses, so the first thing is, one, to be fruitful and multiply. So to be a person who can be fruitful and multiply means to be resourceful and constantly learning. To be resourceful and constantly learning. You're oftentimes, especially when you're working as an employee, you're always trying to acquire resources in order to learn what it is that you need to learn to make you more efficient in the job that you have, in order to make your workflow easier. And for a pattern maker, what we want to do is to become more fruitful and multiply by being more resourceful and constantly learning. The next thing we want to do is to replenish our space. To replenish our space means that we have decided to use our education, our experience, and our expertise to provide impact, influence, and income into our lives. We have decided. That's pretty good. We have decided because we all have been educated in something, and we all have a certain level of experience and expertise. And if we can package that in such a way where we can help impact the lives of somebody else, how cool is that? And so that's what I've been doing for a while now, which is why I started this challenge, because I wanted more people to know about it and help guide people through how to do that. Mostly, I created this channel for people who are retiring out of their industries, and after talking to so many people who are retiring or thinking about retiring, one of the first things that they say is the uncertainty just makes them feel uncomfortable. They hope that they have planned in such a way where they don't have to worry about anything, but you never know. Most often, retirees are going out to get second jobs to support their limited retirement income, and so they oftentimes they find themselves in a similar situation where they're in a position of where they're trading their time for money again. And so why do that if you have so much experience, expertise, and education in you, where you can begin to package whatever it is that's in you, because the best of you is inside you. All you have to do is uncover the potential that you have passion around, and package that in order to service other people, and so they can redeem time based on your experience. How cool is that? And so the third part of this conversation is to subdue your territory. That means to conquer. That means to master your skill set. What is it that you're really good at, that if you would just give it a little bit more of you, you can become the master of your skill set. So is that skill set for you a teacher? Is that skill set for you an author, a speaker, a coach? Anything like that, if you would just cultivate that and become masterful in that, there is so much impact that you can have with so many people in this world. There is, I would bet you, because you have not been focused on you, there is a you in you that you have not met yet. There is a you in you that you have not met yet. And is that you a speaker? Is that you a coach? Is that you a writer, a person who authors books? I don't know, but I know that there are things in me that it took me investing in a coach, because a coach brings out the best in you. I invested in not only one coach, I invested in two coaches because I have a high level of respect for them. And one thing that they have helped me see, there are things in me that I would not have even recognized, because oftentimes people can see more in you than you can see in yourself. Next thing is to have all that was created for you, which is your assets, which is the appreciating tangible property that is available for you. Once you have your mindset in the right position, and you couple that with your skill set, and then your tool set. A tool set is the vehicles in which you use, like YouTube for me is a tool set. I'm learning how to use it, how to use it well. And that's why I started for myself this Pattern Makers 100-Day Challenge, so I can become more proficient in using this tool set. And I'm really hoping that I have more people join me, because one of the most intimidating part of getting your message out there is being able, one, to communicate it well, and two, to turn on the camera and start to speak. That's why I did this challenge. So for any of you who are transitioning into another season of your life, if you're going into retirement and you're trying to figure out what is going to be that next thing I'm going to be doing, because I'm going to tell you, you are going to need more financial resources. Everybody does. You are not in this one by yourself. So if you would do me a favor, because I would love to have a conversation about what one of your challenges are when it comes to thinking about approaching retirement. Put it in a comment below, and then I'll create a conversation around that. Put your name. I'd like to give you a shout out. Thank you for those who have put comments in the comment section below over the past couple of days. I do want to give a shout out to Leslie Pagan and Angel Valerio, which is my 2 cohorts. We work together on several projects, and they have really been an inspirational source for me. So thank you for your support in this 100-day challenge for pattern makers. So put your comment in the comment section below, and I will connect with you. And as we move forward, we can have different types of conversations. But for now, I want to read you something, because I am so much about helping people become business owners and become an authentic resource for the things that they know, that they have been educated on, that they have experience and expertise in. I was reading the Bible, and in Proverbs 3:13, it says, you need to be a lifelong learner in order to be successful in business. You should constantly seek to improve yourself and increase your knowledge about the business of running a business. And when I read that, it was like, this is so much in alignment with what I've been doing for the past almost 25 years. I have been always seeking to improve who I am, because you can't do really what you want to do until you become the person who can do it. And so when I read that passage out of Proverbs 3:13, you need to be a lifelong learner in order to be successful in business, and you should constantly seek to improve yourself and increase your knowledge about the business of running a business. That hit me so hard, so much so that it inspired me to, I do a little writing too, and I never thought I was a good writer. Actually, I didn't write at all until probably the past 3 or 4 years. And I want to share with you what I wrote about that. After I read that, it inspired me to write this passage, which is, so those words were inspired by me when I read the passage from Proverbs, and I share them with you, and I'm hoping they land with you in such a way that you begin to think about your mindset and where it is right now, because the patterns of your life is going to be determined by the patterns of your thoughts. I'm going to leave that right there. But for right now, I am Dr. Marnita on fire from P3 Purposepreneur. Thank you for stopping by this channel today, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. To a turnaround, I would like to remind some and share with others that according to Psalms 37:23, the steps of a good man is ordered by the Lord. Stepping into a world of 1%ers is not coincidental. It's intentional. You are intentionally stepping into an order that has been prescribed for you for your turnaround. The steps have been ordered, but the ground must be paved. The foundational ground for these steps will be to pivot and be supported by the pavement that's laid by, 1, your mindset. Getting your mindset right is repentance, a turnaround mentality. Your mindset determines your movement. You will always go to the next level first. Number 2, your rooms, what you tune into, is who you turn into. You must be intentionally choosing your community. Have you done an audit on your room? Your words, Continuously having positive conversations with yourself is not an option. It is the fuel for your lifeline. Allowing these steps to pave the roads that you will travel is like filling the prescription that was ordered for you according to Psalms 37:23 to meet the you that you haven't met yet. In order for you to access this revelation for your revolution, you must have the desire to be inexcusably clear about your vision, competent about your purpose, and courageous about your decisions. Decide to continuously develop the treasures in you so treasures will continuously flow to you. Those words were inspired by me when I read the passage from Proverbs, and I share them with you, and I'm hoping they land with you in such a way that you begin to think about your mindset and where it is right now, because the patterns of your life is going to be determined by the patterns of your thoughts. I'm going to leave that right there. But for right now, I am Dr. Marnita on fire from P3 Purposepreneur. Thank you for stopping by this channel today, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Hello, I am Dr. Marnita on fire from P3 Purposepreneur TV. Thank you for stopping by our channel today, and I hope you enjoyed this conversation. If so, like, subscribe, share, and leave a purposeful comment. Again, from P3 Purposepreneur TV, where purposepreneurs are pattern makers, and pattern makers are move makers.